In one day, the enemy smashed through the defenses of the American First Army on a 45-mile front and was biting deep into Luxembourg and Belgium. In 24 hours, the initiative changed hands, and the German army, which had put the word blitzkrieg into all languages, unleashed its desperate offensive.
The Mustangs drop wing tanks and plunge into the fight. The head-on dive through the fortress's formation is a favorite. So fast sometimes, and so many, our fighters cannot head all of them off. The Huns make a sneak attack at our bombers from behind. Some of them get in close as this captured enemy gun camera film shows, and hammer our bombers with their 20 millimeters. It's punishing, but they shall pay.
Henri Chapelle Cemetery in Belgium, where close to 8,000 American soldiers and airmen are buried. Behind me you see the graves of all these young men who gave their lives in the service of our country and for the liberation of Europe. Without their sacrifices, we wouldn't have the freedoms that we so enjoy. So I took the time to come out here to film this so you could see what the price of freedom costs Americans.
The Jerrys attack in waves and sometimes inflict great damage before they're driven off. The B-17 catches fire and goes down in flames. The German pilots are determined. So are ours. To the death.
I'm here at Frederick Castle's gravesite at Henri Chapelle American Cemetery in Belgium. This man gave his life in the service of our country when he was flying a heavy bomber, and he was not able to bail out in time, but he piloted the plane so the rest of his crew was able to bail out, and he went down with the plane, not having enough time to get out after they were hit with enemy fire. So here's where he found his final resting place, here alongside close to 8,000 Americans, most of whom died in the Battle of the Bulge and the push toward Germany after that.
From Ploiești to Paramushiro, from France to the Philippines, makers of many of this war's headlines have been B-24 liberators and the men who fly and fight them.
Here's where my father's combat buddy Martin Clayball is memorialized. They never found his remains when his plane went down, that was shot down by FW-190s. He went down in the tail turret, and he's the one my father waved goodbye to. The man gave him a quick wave, and all my father could do was give him a quick wave back. So, as far as we know, his remains were never found, and so there was no permanent resting place for his gravesite. So he's memorialized here on the Wall of the Missing. So this is 703rd Bomb Squadron, 445th Bomb Group. That was my father's group. And that's Martin Clayball, and he was a staff sergeant, just like the stripes I'm wearing, just like my father. So he's the man my father always told me about growing up. So I'm here to pay my respects to him and all those who died in combat in World War II. This is a beautifully kept cemetery, just like the one in Normandy and also the one in Mattingly. Mattingly near Cambridge, England, and Normandy in Normandy, France, near Omaha Beach, where the bloodiest battle or the bloodiest landing zone for the American troops occurred. And here, most of these men are from the Battle of the Bulge and the push into Germany, which is just a few kilometers or a few miles away from here. So I'm here on Sunday, June 28, 2015, to commemorate basically the 70th anniversary of the end of the war in Europe. And what an appropriate place to reflect upon those events. It's a peaceful place. And God rest their souls and give them eternal peace for all the sacrifices they made for us and our freedoms.